Hello everyone, Shadow here, and welcome to another Transport Fever 2 Pseudo New York update. Now this video has been a long time coming. I wanted to apologize for the delay in getting this video out. Now there are multiple reasons for this delay. One, in case you haven't noticed, I switch editing programs. If you've been a long-time subscriber to my channel, or even a recent subscriber to my channel, you may have noticed that the style of my videos has subtly changed over the course of the last few weeks. I'm using a different editing program, which I've been experimenting with over the course of the last few videos, especially in the Elite Dangerous videos. You can see some of my work there, as well as the channel update. There's a lot of good, juicy content in there, so please check it out. Additionally, I just want to point out the R160 Subway car request thread. Please, 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 we need your support on this. Link is in the description. Additionally, I want to give another shout out to Mr. Apple's World of Gaming. He's doing a fantastic job bringing Long Island into Transport Fever 2. He already has much of the lines done already. I'm going to post a link to his channel somewhere in this video. Go over there and subscribe and tell him Shadow sent you. Please show him some love. Oh, as a reminder, I will be changing the schedule releases for future videos. You can find more detail in the channel update video. And finally, before we begin, some housekeeping. Please like, subscribe, and share. Doing so will really help my channel. Also, a huge thank you to all of you who recently subscribed to my channel. Finally, I've broken the 50 subscriber mark. The next milestone ahead is 100 subscribers. So if you could kindly just like, share, hell, even just promote my channel, it will really do a lot to support me. Not to mention watch time. YouTube gives the greatest rewards on watch time. The more you watch, the more they promote, which will lead to more likes, which will lead to more subscribers, which will lead to that 100 subscriber mark. But seriously, thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what I have for you today is the L line. The construction of, actually. I'm going to split this video into two parts. I'm going to have the construction video here, and I'm going to have a replay video coming out soon of a ride from Manhattan to Canarsie Terminal. So what you're seeing in the background is the initial construction of the L line. This video was recorded back in February, just prior to the more recent elevated train stations coming out. In fact, this was actually recorded before I took down the cities. So this is actually pretty old footage. But I wanted to include it just to show you how I was laying out the lines. Actually, I won't bore you with the old construction stuff, so we're just gonna hop ahead a little. So the L line actually received numerous revisions in Transport Fever 2. I did multiple passes over it. Including this station here at Wilson Avenue, and I also added Bushwick Avenue, Aberdeen Street, which wasn't in the original construction plans, as well as updated the elevated train stations, and I even redesigned, again, Broadway Junction. So I don't think I actually recorded that particular redesign of Broadway Junction, but when you see the actual train line video, you'll probably be able to spot some of the changes that I made. So I got a bit of a fun fact for you. The L line is the only B division line that actually makes no real contact with any other lines. Now wait, before you talk about the interchange at Broadway Junction, that is mainly to connect the L line to the yards over there at Broadway Junction. Yes, there is a bit of track switches there that you can run L's on J lines, and in fact, through that you can connect to any other line. But what I mean is that the L line as itself, as a B division line, actually is completely solo. There's no other line that runs on the L. This actually has led to a lot of issues and controversies in real life. Because of the fact that the L has no real alternative, and because of the two-track layout of the L, whenever there's construction needed, whenever there's any issues on the line, it causes severe delays. Trust me, I used to live in Canarsie. I used to take the L on a daily basis, and when it got screwed up, especially once you got past Broadway Junction, and I'll even throw in Myrtle, if you got past Myrtle Avenue, it was a terror. It was a terror. And then if you're lucky, you were probably able to navigate around by the G train, but that added so much time, especially since the G train no longer went really into Queens, so you had to jump onto another train, maybe the 7 train. Suffice to say, the L has its share of issues. But as a benefit, the L has received a lot of the most advanced maintenance techniques lately. In fact, I think it's the first complete line that received the upgraded switches as well as upgraded signals that are allowed fully automated trains to run on the line. I believe it was the first. Yeah, I think it was the first full line to get that. That came with a few caveats, though. Primarily, people didn't trust a fully automated subway train. It's one thing to have a fully automated air train. It's another thing for people to trust a fully automated 8 to 10 car subway train and not trust that the doors won't close on them, that it won't drag them. I mean, the list goes on. So what they were doing is having the trains run automated, but they still had drivers there, more so for people's comfort. Now, I know what you're thinking. If the MTA completely gets rid of all the drivers, doesn't that mean that they will save money? Yeah, it was a money-saving ploy. I will give you that. But at the end of the day, if there's an issue on the train and the train gets stuck, will you feel more comfortable with a computer trying to reassure you, or a driver coming through the car saying, hey, yes, I'm just going to check with the door operator here and make sure that everything's okay with you guys, and we're both going to make sure that, you know, we keep you calm and sane and, I don't know, sing songs? Hey, if you guys haven't heard of the singing conductor, especially on some of these train lines, you really need to Google it. There's several train conductors that announce stops. They'll sing it. They'll just Google it. It's on YouTube. Just yeah. So here's a section that I really went over multiple times. Because at first I put down fencing and I didn't like it. Then I put down gates and I didn't like it. I put down walls and I didn't like it. I was really trying to get this section looking as realistic as possible. I'm really hoping that you guys will enjoy the final result, because I worked really hard to make it as realistic as possible. And trust me, when I say work really hard, I really meant I really worked really hard. I don't know if you noticed, but yeah, I took down the station. In fact, I took it down several times. I'm not going to bore you guys with the details, but I realized that the station was too high. So I repositioned it a little bit further southward. It was bothering me. And this was around the time that I started upgrading the stations. So what you're seeing now is more or less what the final layout is. From here, I started upgrading the stations, and then I started adding some greenery around the line to make it more realistic. So over here, you can see me working on 105th Street over in Rockaway. So I'm really trying to capture where the yards are going to be, and I think I did a pretty good job. I really do. Not to, put a pat on my back or anything, but I think it's a really good job. I mean, you guys let me know in the comments down below what you think. I particularly like this section here. So, yes, it is not flat. I might have to take it down and flatten it out again. But I meant to add more tracks, but I think I'm just going to leave it like this for now. What I end up doing is turning that into the yard section. I added a few more depots at the end there so that trains can actually come out and join the line from there. I also added the depot that you just saw so that you can buy trains and send them into Canarsie Terminal. So you could have trains going in both directions actually from depots. So lastly is the redesigning of the track after I tore it down and rebuild several of the stations here leading up to Broadway Junction. You can see the freight line that is next to the L line. That's the same freight line in the Sea Beach video and in the M line video. So it's all connected now. But there's no trains running on it at this time. The freight line itself isn't completed. It actually ends around the Metropolitan Avenue station. So I need to extend that into the Bronx. But you're not here for that. You're not here for that. You're here for the L. So over here, I'm just cleaning up the connection between Broadway Junction and the remaining line heading out to Canarsie. So after this is more or less complete. There's going to be some additional finishing touches that you will see in the actual line video that I really didn't record to showcase the changes. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I did a lot of this work on the old computer. I haven't really done a lot of the cleanup work on the new computers. So that's all for today. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please give it a like. It really does help my channel. As a reminder, I will be releasing a full line video for the L line in a future video. Actually, in the following video. But until then, again, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. And here's to 100 subscribers.